Hey, what's up, everyone? Maniac Mansfield, TJ Talley, we're back. We know it's been a while, so sorry about that, but life's happened. I mean, life's happened, and we've both been busy with school and everything. We just had so much going on, but it is the road to WrestleMania. It is the Royal Rumble, which is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, event of the year. Because WWE 9 times out of 10 hits it out of the ballpark with this one. So we're back. We're gonna try and be back more often. Um, Tyler, how you doing, my man?
Man, I am doing good. We can finally do one of these. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I'm ready to roll. I can actually watch the Royal Rumble. The reason why we haven't done this stuff in a while is because I went back to work off, my unemployment break for 5 months, and I got stuck on closing shifts. So and I work in a restaurant. I ain't gonna specify, so y'all don't come creep on me and see me. Okay, I work in a restaurant. That's all you need to know. But I got stuck on closing shifts, so I was busy from like 3 till 11 o'clock at night. So we couldn't do this. It was very tiring, but I'm on morning shifts now, so as long as I stay there, which I should, we'll do this every pay per view, every show. You'll see our beautiful faces, and we'll just talk wrestling, and we'll just have a blast. It'll be usually like this. You might not see this video till like 7:30 tonight. It's 6 o'clock right now. We're gonna get the ball rolling here in a second. But yeah, I work until about at night, 4 in the afternoon, however you want to put it, on Saturdays, and that's when we do the stuff. So you won't get anything until the night before. So if you look for these and you love these, or you want to leave feedback or whatever, perfect. But like I said, you just won't see these until about 7:30 at night. So always keep an eye out for it. And yeah, I'm ready to roll, man. I'm excited.
I mean, honestly, like if you're a wrestling fan and you're sort of in the meh stage right now, I don't know if there's any event but the Royal Rumble that can get someone as pumped up for wrestling again. Yes, WrestleMania is the be all end all, the big daddy show of the year. When it comes to all out excitement, I don't. The Royal Rumble comes very, very close at the least. And at least gets people like, it's Rumble season. So, sorry about that. But yeah, we do sort of do these late because usually we like to record sometime after SmackDown has already happened in case a new match gets added on SmackDown for the pay-per-view or other things. Lately, WWE has liked to announce all that stuff even after we've recorded these things, going around our little thing of trying to get around them. So, what can you do? But, anyways, here we go. There are, as of recording, 6 matches for the card. No kickoff matches as of yet. We'll get to that. We are going to start off with the women's tag team title match. The champions, the Empress Asuka and the Queen Charlotte Flair, defending against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So, Tyler, who do you got and why?
Man, I'll be honest, I don't really watch Raw, so I really don't know what's going on.
I don't blame you. SmackDown is way better.
Yeah, SmackDown is way better. I know that I probably should watch Raw since we're doing this. I'll be honest, I really don't.
I watched SmackDown, but I didn't watch Raw.
This whole thing with Asuka having 2 titles, I love, but the thing is, it's like, okay, she's with Charlotte, they're feuding with Nia Jax and Shayna. Then you have Asuka by herself, kind of feuding with the twisted Alexa Bliss. So I don't know. I think we see new champs. I think it was just Charlotte's back. Let's give her a title for a month or however long it was. I'm gonna say Shayna and Nia Jax take the titles right back.
Okay, this is, like I said, there's 2, besides the Rumble matches, out of the 2 other title matches, or the 4 title matches on this card, there's 2 I know that are solid. We solidly know what's going to happen. Then there's two where I am so on the fence about it. This is one of them. I mean, because when Shayna and Nia won the tag titles, the obvious thing was, who the heck is going to stop these two? Enter probably the only two who could stop them, Asuka and Charlotte. Because they're Asuka and Charlotte. So unless they're planning on turning Charlotte heel again, somehow, some way, why I don't know, I want to see Charlotte and Asuka keep going with this. I don't want this to go back to Shayna and Nia, especially with, even though it wasn't really, even though Nia's getting a lot of crap from a botch on Raw. I mean, she's sort of a botch queen at this point. I don't know if WWE will quote unquote punish her and just not give them the titles because of that. I mean, if they do, fine. I still think Charlotte and Asuka are doing great with this. I like babyface Charlotte. I'm tired of heel Charlotte, in all honesty. So I want to see a new team, try and take on Charlotte and Asuka, not just Shayna and Nia again. So I'm going to go with the champs to retain. Yeah, I know. Hey, at least we don't start off, agreeing until the very last match like we have in the past. Tyler, you muted. Tyler, you muted.
Sorry, I forgot. There's a horn that goes off where I live at 6 o'clock, the signal at 6 o'clock. So I didn't want to get that in the video. No, what I was saying is, the last time we did this was Extreme Rules. Do you even remember when that was?
Yeah, wasn't that July?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we didn't do one for SummerSlam. We didn't do one for Survivor Series. We are behind. We apologize. We have a lot to catch up on. We'll do our best.
Busy people. That's it.
Busy people. Yes. So the next match, the SmackDown Women's Title match, you got the legit boss, Sasha Banks, defending against Carmella. So I think this one's pretty straightforward. I don't know if we really need to talk about this much. I mean, Sasha is just amazing. Like if I had to choose a favorite out of the four horsewomen of WWE, it would be Sasha for me.
You're just a face guy.
Okay, that is false, because I'm a hardcore Miz guy. So there.
Well, that's the only exception to the rule.
Fair. And if I could, I would put Miz down as winning the Rumble, but let's be serious here. So, I think this one doesn't take much thought. Sasha's obviously going to retain. I don't see Carmella as that strong of a challenger. I think this will help set up Sasha for her match at WrestleMania, which we will get to later in the Women's Royal Rumble predictions. But I think Sasha easily retains here.
See, I agree with the pick, so I'm going to go Sasha too, but I'm going to disagree on one thing you said. I think Carmella is a strong enough challenger. I just don't think she gets it done.
That's fair enough. I mean, Carmella was champion before. First ever Miss Money in the Bank, albeit thank you, James Ellsworth, for ruining that. But I mean, she is good. I mean,
she's gotten better than where she was when she was champion. There's no doubt about that. But I just think Sasha right now is on a different level.
That's fair. I mean, I would say personally, I miss her and R-Truth as a duo. I miss that time of the 24/7 title. That was the best time of the 24/7 title. Let's be honest. Tell me where I'm wrong in that respect.
You're not.
Exactly. So, up next is, this is going to be, apart from the Rumble matches, this match is probably going to steal the show. the last man standing match for the Universal title, the big dog, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending against Kevin Owens. Again. I say again, but honestly, they haven't had a bad match together in their however many they've had now at this point.
Yeah, I would agree.
I will say, heel Roman Reigns is a very interesting Roman Reigns. Heel Roman Reigns that speaks well is an interesting Roman Reigns. Heel Roman Reigns that speaks well, but also has a Paul Heyman behind him, is a very interesting Roman Reigns.
Yes, it is.
And then you have Kevin Owens, who are sort of molding into the new Stone Cold in a way. I like face Kevin Owens, honestly. I do, honestly. It's and then you have this whole storyline with Adam Pearce. This match was originally supposed to be Reigns versus Pearce, which a lot of people were sort of disappointed that that's not happening. They were disappointed when it was first announced. Then everyone sort of got behind it. Then they were like, oh, wait, no. But the build-up and the storyline, I think, is going to be really good. The fact that this is a last man standing match, I think, is going to make it even more brutal. Like, we still have a TLC match at the last pay-per-view, and holy crap, that was a brutal match where you almost thought KO was going to do it. Granted, you almost thought The Miz was going to do it, and holy crap, I wish he was. Darn you, creative, for ruining that. But I digress. Reigns and Owens. This is another one where I don't think the winner is in question. I don't see KO. KO is a great challenger and obviously should be in the title picture, but I don't see him winning the title from Reigns. When the plan is obviously to take Reigns as heel champion into WrestleMania with the multiple potential opponents, which we'll get to in the men's rumble, which that'll be interesting to see who eventually his quote unquote final boss is, even though Reigns himself is the final boss of SmackDown. So I don't think the ending of this match is in question of who's winning. The only question is how. So my pick is Roman Reigns.
I like Kevin Owens too. Kevin Owens has always been one of my favorites ever since he was in Ring of Honor. I seen his last match in Ring of Honor, and I instantly became a fan. And I've liked him ever since. This whole heel dynamic of how they brought him into NXT and stuff, and he's heel, face, heel, which everyone changes every now and again because you have to, otherwise your character is just going to be stale. But yeah, I just, as much as I want him to, I don't see it happening. I think Reigns is going to go into WrestleMania as champion, and he's going to win in the next two pay-per-views after this too, go into WrestleMania. But if what I read is true, he's going to have an interesting opponent for WrestleMania, which I'll get into later.
I've heard, and if it's who I'm thinking it is, and if this person wins the Rumble, Vinnie Mac, you bet if this happens, but at the same time, I don't want this person winning the Rumble for the sake of winning the Rumble. It's like a Batista all over again, or Reigns winning it before. It's like, no, thank you. Other way, please. No.
But yeah, no, I think Reigns takes this one. I think it'll be a hell of a match, but I think Reigns is gonna win.
Yeah, so no brainer for that one. Next match. I feel so sorry for him. I feel so bad for him. Why does he have to have this punishment? The WWE title match. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. I swear, Vince. I swear. if you do this, no. Just no, no, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. This match should be Drew McIntyre plowing through Goldberg, period. Period. We do not need Goldberg beating McIntyre for the Universal title and him going into WrestleMania as Universal Champion for the third time.
You mean no. WWE Champion?
Oh, WWE Champion. Sorry. He's gone into WrestleMania twice before as Universal Champion when people did not want him entering WrestleMania as Universal Champion and really ticked the fans off with who he beat both times. You do not want to complete a trilogy with Drew McIntyre. Now, with how hot he is at this, you do not want to do that, Vince. I'm going Drew. It better be Drew. Because if it's not, there will be a riot. The fans will not stand for this. And I think Vince knows this. At least I hope he realized this, considering all of his other matches and literally everyone being upset whenever Goldberg shows up wanting a title match without without doing a darn thing to earn it. Case in point, Universal title match versus The Fiend at Super Showdown when, no, we do not want a repeat of Super Showdown. No. Drew needs to plow through Goldberg, period. I get it, if you want Goldberg at WrestleMania, fine, have him lose to Drew and say, no, what's left for me? I can't beat the champion. Who can I beat? Or something, and then bring up someone else to face him. I mean, again, I don't want Goldberg at WrestleMania to begin with, but I digress. So, Drew McIntyre, and it better be Drew McIntyre. Sorry for the rant.
You're good. I mean, you feel like what probably about 99% of WWE Universe feels. So, I'm with you.
I feel now how everyone felt with The Fiend last year.
Yeah, let's not talk about that because you're going to piss me off.
Right? Everyone was ticked about that. There were so many different ways they could have gone about that last year. And they used the worst possible way to do it.
Yeah, I'm on board with you, though. I'm going to go Drew. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. It's going to go spear, jackhammer, kick out, and then like 5 or 6 claymores, and then it's going to be over. So I think we should also make this interesting. How long do you give this match? You give it over 5 minutes, under 5 minutes?
Under.
I say about 4:30. I don't see it lasting longer than 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm going to say 4:45.
That's not a bad choice. Yeah, I just don't think it's going at least 5 minutes.
Goldberg can't go 5 minutes. He proved that when he faced The Undertaker. He proved that when he faced Braun Strowman. Like, I'm sorry, unless... no. Goldberg is no longer money, Vince. No. We do not want Goldberg on our screens anymore. So, yeah. So, rant on that one over. Okay. Now, to the big two. For Royal Rumble matches, first up is going to be the Women's Rumble. So far, there are 13 entrants. No legends have been announced yet. I think I'll go first. We're doing 3 picks. One from Raw, one from SmackDown, and a dark horse who can be either from Raw, SmackDown, or surprise return, legend, etc. We know that either Tamina or Natalya will be number 30. We are recording this before that match happens. So we don't know who that's going to be as of right now. For my Raw pick, I think I'm going to have to go with Alexa Bliss. She's been doing really great stuff with The Fiend and everything. I think if they want to build her versus Asuka and build Alexa up as something, I think that will be interesting. So for the Raw side, I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss. Who you got for your Raw pick?
I mean, I don't know too many people on Raw.
Well,
I guess if I have to.
You want me to read off who's in?
No,
for Raw?
I'm just going to pick Alexa Bliss too because I think that is a money pick. If you are going to pick somebody from Raw, I think that would be the money pick because I don't know what's going to happen with the Fiend between now and the Royal Rumble or whenever the Fiend's coming back. But if you're going to give the Fiend the belt again and you want Alexa to have the belt, I think this is a way to at least insert her into the title picture if she's already not. But yeah, I think Bliss would be a money pick from Raw if you're going to pick somebody.
Yeah. So, SmackDown pick for the women, I think it's a no-brainer. Bianca Belair.
Man, I hate agreeing with you.
Oh, really? Love you too, bud.
Hey, I need you to do me a favor though.
What?
Write down Cody or C or however you do the keep notes because this is Cody's pick. He's picking Bianca. I think we all are. But he's picking Bianca Belair as well.
Okay. Yeah, I got him. So, I think that's an obvious pick because they're working her up to face Sasha at WrestleMania, which that match is going to be good. I think we all know that's the route they're going, is Sasha versus Belair. So for the SmackDown side, Bianca Belair would make a good pick. I think Bianca would need it more than Bianca Belair would need the win more so than Alexa. In a way, if we want to build new stars, Alexa Bliss is already a bona fide star. Belair is getting there on the main roster. So I think that would be the smarter of those two. Now here comes the dark horse pick for the Women's Rumble. And you know, I gotta say, I debated on this one or not, but I think if you want to be smart about this, the person that they keep mentioning to get her back in our heads, I think my dark horse pick is going to be Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Okay, good. You didn't steal my pick because I read something that could happen, and I don't know if it's going to, but it might happen. And I was afraid you were going to say who it was, but thankfully you didn't say.
I think I know who you're thinking of.
Okay. Tell me. Who am I thinking of?
Trish.
Wrong.
Oh. Well then, who's your dark horse?
Okay, hold on. I just want to say, if anyone heard my my Amazon device, I don't want to say her name because she'll come on. my Alexa device. Okay, I had to whisper so she didn't come on. Because you said it, you were talking about Bliss, and then really loud it was on.
So that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that was. So it heard you. Okay. Anyways, my dark horse pick. It's gonna be someone that's coming up from the main roster from NXT. Miss Rhea Ripley.
Shoot! Yeah.
My brutality.
You're right. Oh, why'd I think Rousey? You're right. It is gonna be Rhea. Oh. My gosh, you're right. Darn you. Well, then
Yes.
I hope
So
I'm right.
I did read it, and it came from Meltzer. And I know if it's from Meltzer, you really probably shouldn't listen, or at least take it with a grain of salt. But pretty much, he's saying she's already on the main roster. She just hasn't debuted, and they're saving it. So as a possibility, she could debut at the Rumble and win the whole thing. So that's why I'm gonna just go with the dark horse and say it's out of the blue. I'm gonna go Rhea. Why not? Shot in the dark.
That is an absolute brilliant pick. Brilliant, brilliant. I had read Rhea before. I think I had even said and thought Rhea before, and I don't know why she slipped my mind. Crap.
That's why when you said Rousey, I was like, oh, okay, we ain't agreeing on everything here. I'm doing good then.
Okay. The women's rumble, still expect to see a lot of legends appearing, because there's only 13 out of 30 right now. I don't. I think we have a more chance of seeing Ronda than we do Becky right now. I don't think there's a chance of Becky right now. I mean, if Becky comes out, I'm gonna flip. But yeah. So we'll see. This match, there's good names in here. I think whatever legends do return, it's gonna make this a fun match. So those are our picks for the women's match. Now, the men's rumble. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, as of right now, there are 21 of the 30. A lot of these guys, this is not their first rumble. A lot of these guys are big names. You got AJ, you got Miz, you got Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Nakamura, Big E, Orton, Mysterio, Strowman. So there's a lot of good names in this. So for my Raw pick, even though he is Hall of Famer, he is technically on the Raw roster. My Raw pick is going to be Edge. And I think I just stole your pick.
You know, just for the sake of switching it up, I need you to write down another C or however you do it because Cody's taking Lashley. So you know what? I'm just gonna agree with him, and that is my Raw pick. I'm gonna go Bobby Lashley. I wanted to take Edge so bad, but you stole him.
See, that would be good. Lashley would be good winning it, but I don't want to see Drew versus Lashley again. Granted, I want to see Lashley versus Goldberg even less.
Well, you know, he gets to choose. Maybe he goes over to SmackDown, faces the big dog.
That would be interesting. Still, there's someone else.
Spear, just what? Not with Goldberg. Spear versus Spear, just not with Goldberg.
Good Spear versus good Spear, not old Spear. So, Edge, I think, with his promo saying he's back, I think Edge winning it would be good. I think Edge wins the Rumble. It'll be his second Rumble in 11 years. Last time he won was 2010. So, I think I'd be fine with a number 2 win for a Rumble for Edge. I think Drew would lose the title in the Chamber to Orton, and then Orton versus Edge for the title at Mania. That's my Raw pick. My SmackDown pick. This one I've gone very much back and forth with because there's 3 options for SmackDown. I'm not going to choose I'm not going to choose one of the other two for my dark horse pick, because my dark horse pick is so terrifying right now that it terrifies me so much that I don't want it to happen, but I'm going to say it just to be on the safe side. So, you're going to hate me for this, because I already know you're picking him too. It's my SmackDown pick is going to be Daniel Bryan.
Well, you're wrong, because I ain't picking Daniel Bryan. I was thinking about maybe picking someone else and then putting Daniel Bryan as a dark horse, but that's too safe of a bet. For the dark horse, we got to go out there. We got to find something that's not, return or whatever. You took Daniel Bryan. I'm not going to take.
Because he has even said he's not sure how long he's going to do this. His career is winding down, but he still wants to elevate others, but he still wants that one final push. I think Daniel needs this to get more. Daniel needs that momentum back that he lost back when he was, after he turned face. When Daniel turned face again, I think he lost a lot of momentum, if I'm being honest, that he had from his return and then heel run and everything. I think he's lost a lot of that momentum that he needs to get back. So we'll see with that. If Daniel has never won the Royal Rumble, everyone wanted him to win the 2014 or the 2015. Neither of those happened. So I think they're finally going to give him his, if it goes this direction, they're going to give him his Royal Rumble win finally. It'll be him versus Reigns at WrestleMania.
See,
so, who's your SmackDown pick? And I guarantee you're going to pick one of my other two SmackDown picks.
You see, you stole Daniel Bryan, you stole Edge, you see. So I got to go with the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion, Big E.
He was one of my other two.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. He has momentum. It would be good. I would love to see him in Reigns. He's supposed to be built up a long time ago. He was supposed to break away from the New Day and be a heel. They obviously didn't do that with everything going on with the Kofi Kingston situation a few years ago and him being WWE champion and all that stuff. So they finally broke him apart in the draft. They gave him the IC title, but they may have other things in store for him. I would not be mad to see him in Reigns and him be Universal Champion. I really think he deserves. I think he deserves it. He's one of the other guys. No disrespect to Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan's been there. I would like to see someone new. I think Big E is the guy for the job. If they go that route and he has to drop the IC title already, they're looking at maybe Apollo Crews winning it because now he's sort of with Reigns, maybe. I guess I don't know. I know my fact. I didn't watch SmackDown last night. I was out with my wife.
Apollo Crews wasn't even on the show last night. A bunch of Raw people invaded. A bunch of Raw people showed up, like Miz and Morrison.
Yeah.
It was an interesting show, but Apollo Crews was not on. The most we saw of Reigns and Owens was them just doing a sort of a Skype final confrontation promo.
Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, no, I think they're grooming Apollo Crews and they're going to do something with him to have Reigns who can actually speak somewhat now. And even Paul Heyman with them too. And then just forming like this new stable, I guess. I like it. I dig it. We'll see where it goes if they end up going that route. But yeah, I think if he's going to drop it to anybody, it'll probably be Apollo Crews. Or maybe they'll have an Ultimate Warrior Hogan situation. Who knows? We don't know.
That would be interesting. I agree that it would probably be best for him to hold it for a bit until closer to WrestleMania, then drop it. Sort of like Cena did. Cena didn't win the Rumble, Batista did in 2005. But Cena held the U.S. title all up until a week or two before hitting JBL at WrestleMania for the WWE title. So I can see that. Big E was one of my other picks For SmackDown, my other SmackDown pick was Nakamura, since he's now a babyface, and they're trying to build him back up again, hopefully, because they don't want him to leave. I don't blame them. Please give Nakamura the title he deserves. Thank you, Vince. Don't screw him like you did a few years ago when you screwed him and Asuka. No. Rant over.
All right, who's your dark horse?
You know.
If you take my dark horse, I might jump to the computer and give you an F5. And that is not a pun on who I'm picking.
Oh. Well, then if it's not, then my pick is, for my dark horse, Brock Lesnar.
Okay, good. You ain't taking my pick. We're good.
Okay, Vince has been trying to get Roman versus Lesnar at Mania, with Roman being cheered, since WrestleMania 31. We are going into WrestleMania 37. That tells you how long Vince has been trying to do this. They turned Reigns heel, put him with Paul Heyman, which I think was on purpose. They're going to have, if the dark horse scenario works out, Lesnar returns in the Rumble, wins it with ease. Heyman screws Reigns at some point. And then you have face Roman Reigns as champion against heel Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, with the fans actually behind Reigns at this point. And Reigns finally going over. Fully, big time, finite. Reigns is officially top guy. That's if this scenario happens. But Drew, of course, has been working on building up as rival top guy. So it really depends on who they're going to try and run with as the top guy now. So my dark horse pick is Brock Lesnar.
Can you guess who I'm picking?
You know,
I'll give you a hint. He has held every title except for the Intercontinental.
Yeah, you're right. I did think of this person, and honestly, that would be a great match. Their promos have been fire together. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, go for it.
Psych, I ain't picking John Cena. I'm taking The Fiend to come back and win the whole shebang, baby. Let's go.
Oh my! I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I said it. The Fiend's going to come back, and he's going to Mania. He's facing Drew. He's taking the belt off Drew. Alexa Bliss is taking the title off whoever is the champ by then. I'm assuming Asuka, because they don't have her defend it. That's the first time she defended it.
Should I play the song medley? I love you. Nishi wo de wei yi. Koki o. That afternoon sister passed away.
Hold on.
Heartbroken for the heartbroken. Life is like
I should have unplugged that stupid thing. I was not thinking we were going to say Alexa. Okay, so people, if you hear that, that's just my Alexa system. Don't mind that. Anyways, I'm thinking that is going to happen. You're going to have, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have, Randy Orton's in the match, isn't he? In the Rumble?
He is.
Okay, so you're going to have like him and maybe a few other people, and then 30's going to go, right? Lights are going to go out. You're going to think it's like the damn Undertaker or something, okay? And the next thing you know, lights are going to flash back on. Boom, there's the Fiend. Eliminates everyone else, wins the match. Boom, he's going to Mania. I'm calling it now. That is my boy. I'm taking him. Come on, man. How did you not know I was going to pick him? You had to have known.
Yeah, I thought you were going with Lesnar at first.
No, I was going to take Cena.
Do I want Lesnar to come back and do this? No. But I'm smart.
Yes, that would be a good thing.
I'm picking him just in case.
But I was gonna take Cena, but then I'm like,
No.
no.
Cena's basically confirmed for Mania.
I'm like, but I mean, it would be a surprise. But I'm like, who's been away from TV for a while? Oh, everyone's forgetting about the Fiend. But guess what?
I wouldn't say people are forgetting about. I mean, you have Alexa Bliss on Raw every week. No one's forgetting about the Fiend.
Let me say this though, there was something I've seen online a few times that it's not a rumor, it's not gonna happen. It was just a thought that people were thinking. So, what if you said there's like 9 spots open?
There's current. 9 spots.
Okay, so one could
Undertaker isn't one of them.
So a surprise entrance could be, or Bray Wyatt could pull what a Mick Foley did, however many years ago. He could come out first as Firefly House Fiend or Bray, then get eliminated like 2 seconds later or whatever, then come back and be Cult Leader Bray, get eliminated. You see where I'm going with this? And then boom, number 30 goes off, and guess who? The Fiend. So that's who I'm taking as my dark horse. I am so excited, and I can't wait because Rumble, you never know what the hell's gonna happen.
No, and I would say, last year's Rumble, like, I have a love-hate relationship with last year's men's Rumble. I think everybody does, because you literally have Lesnar starting at number 1, eliminating every single person that comes out until you get like Keith Lee and Rey Mysterio and Keith Lee, Ricochet, and then McIntyre comes out and boom. But before that, you just have Lesnar running through everyone. Then, and like really, it's like at the halfway point that Lesnar's out, and then everything else picks up. You got Styles, Ziggler. We didn't even get a Kofi Kingston spot last year because Kofi got eliminated by Brock pretty quickly. And Kofi's out with an injury, so we won't get a Kofi spot this year. Sad face. But this year, there's a lot that can happen, and then of course you add out of nowhere Edge returning and everyone marking out like crazy. That I was watching in my dorm last year, and my RA literally came down the hall telling me to be quiet because freaking Edge showed up. You know Edge coming back this time, so.
Man, I believe you after that Zack Ryder stuff you did at my house for WrestleMania 32. Oh my goodness, that happened almost 5 years ago. We still talk about that. And every time
I was the only one that called it. And I was right.
You weren't the only one that called it. I had seen the betting odds, so I figured it might happen, and I wasn't going to be surprised if it did, and it did happen. But your reaction when it happened was the most purest and funniest thing I have probably ever seen anyone do at a wrestling event, in my house, for wrestling. It was the funniest thing ever, because I have never, and I mean ever, in my life, throughout high school, throughout hanging out with you, I have never seen you move that fast. You were like the Flash, okay? You were sitting on the edge of my couch. Then you were sitting on the arm of the couch. And then, I mean, you were probably a good 10, 15 feet from it. But, man, you were right there in front of the TV. As soon as he started climbing that ladder, I was like, man, I didn't know Josh could move so fast.
Oh. Like, I screamed so loud when Edge's music hit. Like, no way. And
yeah,
you would call it, but
I was like,
because I've been Rumble time. I tend to avoid spoilers like the plague. I tend to avoid Rumble spoilers like the plague.
Yeah,
because I hate returns being spoiled. But
yeah,
that was
just
holy crap.
It was one of those things that was just so funny because I have never seen anybody like that. And then you were like,
about this in every single video we do.
Get up the ladder, go, and I was just like, oh, okay.
That's the thing you won't let me live down. We each have a thing with wrestling, but we will not let the other live down. He won't let me live that down. I won't let him live down the fact that I called Shane McMahon's return in 2016 on the Raw he returned.
Okay, look, you got lucky on that one because you called it like 4 or 5 times before. You would text me, hey, what if Shane McMahon comes back? Oh, and then it'd be like 2 months later, out of the blue, hey, what if Shane McMahon comes back? And then it'd be like every 2 or 3 months, hey, what if Shane McMahon comes back? And then the one Raw, he just happens to come back, and you're like, I told you, and I was like, how the hell did you know that was gonna happen? I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay, he's actually right.
There is no pay-per-view that can get people more excited to get back into wrestling again than the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania is the granddaddy. It is a whole nother type of feeling. But when it comes to getting people pumped and ready for WrestleMania, it is the Rumble that gets it going. This is the peak WrestleMania busy season, and this is when it starts, the Royal Rumble. So,
exactly, because you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
There's possibilities. I'm sorry to cut you off, Josh, but there is so much unlimited possibilities. You could have, returns, you get legends, you get this, you get that. You never know what's gonna happen. That's why when the 90 seconds or whatever goes off and that clock hits 0, you're literally just boom, laser focused like you're taking a test in school. Okay, that's what it's like for us wrestling fans for the Royal Rumble. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be surprised. You might hate some of the outcomes, but at least you're gonna be surprised.
Like what was it? 2017, wasn't it? When Randy Orton won and everyone just like, huh?
Oh yeah, because I went to that WrestleMania.
That was the Rumble that had Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, and The Undertaker. And everyone wanted The Undertaker to win. And
yeah, because I went to that Raw where it was Goldberg, Brock, and The Undertaker closed the show when they were in Cleveland. I went there, and then like 2 or 3 months later, we were to Orlando for WrestleMania. So yeah. Hey, by the way,
in a couple years, we're going to WrestleMania. The one that's on my. We're going.
2. I forgot. It's 2021. It ain't that crappy year from last year. It's 2021. I forgot. We're trying to go in 2023. Gonna be a little expensive because it's in Hollywood, and I don't know if you know that or not, but that's in California.
Yeah, of course I know where it is. All I know is it's going to be on my birthday. I'm saving up the money.
Yeah, we're trying to go. So if you see your boys acting the fool here in a couple years, if we get along that far, don't mind us. We're just having some fun. Down in Hollywood.
We're acting like fools already. Who are you kidding?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the Lakers, but I might have to go catch a Laker game if we go.
So continue with what you were saying.
Honestly, I don't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
We were talking about WrestleMania and the Rumble and everything and getting excited.
Yes, sorry. I'm so excited and hyped up, and I probably shouldn't be this hyped at almost 7 o'clock at night, especially because I'm tired from work. But man, we got to talking. I'm wound up. I'm ready to go. My boss was right. He was like, "Man, you just gonna be wound up for the next 2 days." Yeah, damn right. I'm gonna be wound up for the next 2 days. I am ready to go. Yes, WrestleMania.
Thankfully, there isn't a takeover tonight.
Oh my God! It's on Valentine's Day. I probably won't watch because, certain reasons.
Yes, you have a marital commitment to Valentine's Day. We're aware.
Not that. I just got to be with my wife. Okay,
That's what I said.
Yeah, I got to be with my wife. I don't know what we have planned yet, but I know I got to be with her. So yeah, I probably won't watch TakeOver. I'll probably rewatch it when she goes to bed, which I don't know when that'll be. We'll figure that out. Anyways, yes, WrestleMania. Back on track. WrestleMania. It is going to be 2 nights again this year. If you haven't noticed, I'm sure Josh posted it on our page.
Yeah.
It's going to be April 10th and 11th, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
So it's going to be 2 nights again, 2 action-packed nights. Who knows what's going to do? Personally, I like the 2 nights. If you're a big wrestling fan and you watch Wrestle Kingdom, which is New Japan's WrestleMania, they do it in 2 nights. That way, not everything has to be clustered into one 6-7 hour period. Now, yeah, it's like 8 hours of wrestling over 2 nights, maybe 9 hours, but they break it up so it's like a palate cleanser kind of. You watch 5 hours here, but then you go back and you watch 4 hours the next night, next day, however you do it. It's too early for me over here to watch it at 3 in the morning. Where we are, I mean, and they're in Japan. I mean, it's 3 in the morning. I ain't staying up until 8 to watch that. So I watched it. Wasn't bad, but yes, it's a 2-night thing, like Wrestle Kingdom. I think that's smart. It gives us not only 1 night of big matches, but you get 2 nights of big matches, and you don't have to take everything in all at once and sit there for 7, 8, 9 hours to try to take everything in and process everything. This way, you can night 1, boom, done. Let's talk about it. Next night, let's get ready to go. That's about the best I can describe it. Like I said, I personally like this. They're trying to get back to 1 night. If they shorten up the 1 night to maybe 5 or 6 hours and not make it as long, I wouldn't mind that. I was there at WrestleMania 33, like I said earlier. That was a long day. I left my hotel room at 12:30. I didn't get back until 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, WrestleMania 35 was the longest. Great WrestleMania. Fantastic. But it was so dang long.
I went to 33.
Right. But 35 was longer than that one.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, I don't mind if it's 5, 6 hours, but, I mean, once you start hitting like 7, 8, then it starts like, okay, this is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, so we'll see. 2 nights again this year for WrestleMania. They're hoping to have people in the crowds. They're waiting to see how the Super Bowl handles it. If it's going to be in the same place.
They are having a crowd. I think they're having 25,000 each night, at least.
Yeah. So, hopefully, it'll be good. But again, Royal Rumble tomorrow night. Holy crap. You can. This is what the Royal Rumble does. We haven't been doing these videos. I've still at least been watching the pay-per-views. When it comes to Royal Rumble, it gets you excited. It gets you back on track. And holy crap, I am ready.
Man, I am so ready for this. This is the first live pay-per-view I get to watch. Besides whichever one was in June, because I didn't watch Extreme Rules live. I was with my wife, and we wanted to get out of the house. Obviously, we were smart and safe and all that stuff, but we just wanted to get out of the house. And then I spent time with my wife that day, and I didn't watch it live. I mean, I watched it at like 10, but, so this is the first time I'm going to watch a pay-per-view live since whatever one was in June. So I'm excited.
No, it wasn't Backlash. Maybe I don't. Is it Backlash? I think Backlash was June. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so whichever one was in June, that's the last one I watched live. So I am super excited to watch this live. Either way, I was going to watch it live, but yeah, I'm excited. This is my first one live in 6-7 months. So I'm ready to roll. It's one of the big ones. You kick off the year right. Hopefully, there's no screwy Louie Royal Rumble things or winners or whatever else. I guess they're planning something, maybe some weird angle or something for the men's. That's
what worries me. That's what worries me.
So I don't know what's gonna happen. Neither does Josh. Just like everyone else, we don't really exactly know what's going to happen. That's what makes it fun, because you might be like, okay, well, this dude is supposed to win, which is fine if you know the winner, but the surprises, that's what I like to see. Even if I know who's going to win or who's penciled in to win, I don't care. I just want to see what's going to happen and who's coming back.
And even so, even if you quote unquote know who's going to win, sometimes they tease it so so well, like when Shinsuke won. They teased it so well that it was going to be, there was going to be Roman again. They teased it so well right up until the end. And then last week, we're hoping for Drew,
too.
and then hit it, and boom.
Yeah, they teased it last year.
The final four last year, Drew, Roman, Edge, and Orton. The final four last year, holy cow.
Yeah, I was like, man, don't have Roman win it again. And then he got Claymore, and I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah. I was happy. I was like, oh, man, we good. We're good.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been rambling on for a while. Sorry, but it's the Rumble. We're excited. So, sorry you get to hear us ramble, but we're going to be texting each other tomorrow night, and I don't think we're going to have a voice by Monday.
I mean, I kind of have to. I got to go to work Monday afternoon.
Fair enough. So, at that, it's been about an hour of us rambling on. So, thank you guys. If you guys have actually made it this far in the video, thank you. We appreciate you so very much. Please, like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment what your predictions are. Please share this video, get the word out. Follow us on Facebook, Joshamania. What's our Twitter handle again, Tyler? Because I have not logged into our Twitter in months.
Joshamania 2019. Yeah, I haven't really tweeted from it, except for the other day when I was trying to create some buzz, create some hype for this video. But yeah,
do me a favor after this video is over. Send me the info again for the password to the Twitter, because I've forgotten it again. So
yeah, I forgot it too, but I can figure it out.
Yeah. So, thank you guys again for watching. Have a good night. Hope you guys enjoy the Rumble. God bless.
Woo!